Whitaker did not make the trip. Gord is suffering from a shoulder injury. All right, Richard Trotke about ready to drop the puck. And play underway. Lomo and Daum on the face-off. Dallas winning the draw. Beaudoin playing it inside his blue line. Takes a hit from Armstrong. But Beaudoin getting it to Jim Colhane. Colhane from center, firing it in. It hit Gordon in the right skate. He turns and backhands to the right side for Ian Armstrong. Armstrong taking a shot along the right wing boards by Dallas Gall. And he collapses on top of the puck. The second leading scorer on the Baltimore Skipjack team, taking the draw with Dallas Gall, who with his 4-point performance of 2 goals and 2 assists last night, has now moved into third place on the Whalers scoring list with 54 points. Now from the draw, Gagne taking a shot from Greenlaw. Now Greenlaw putting it back on the right side with Rick Purehass. Couldn't control it. Gall feeds Colhane, and he blisters one that's wide to the right. Now Beaudoin shot, knocked down in the circle, picked up by Gall, shooting, and Gordon a sprawling save at the left edge of the crease. Now at center, Beaudoin clearing it right back in. Julian couldn't play it. It hit Gordon. Julian picks it up to the left of the net, and the Fredericton Express property firing it into the Whalers zone. Puck along the left wing boards. Martin tied up, can't get a stick on it. Now does, pokes it to center for Berglund. In over the line. Berglund shoots right circle, but he gunned it wide. Berge had a goal and an assist last night. Puck now held in by Kortko, trying to center, knocked down in front. And Kennedy starting number 11, Tim Driscoll, who is with the Maine Mariners back at center, and Driscoll fires one high off the glass. Now Jennings coming out of the Whalers zone, his pass off the skate of Kortko. With it at center is Brimmer. He's sandwiched, carrying on Shedden. His shot blocked by Whitmore. Shedden on his backhand, trying to feed the slot, was knocked off the puck. Bruce carrying it to center, and Shedden picks it up outside the blue line. Play underway in the Baltimore Skipjack zone. Puck loose in the right corner. Moving in to get it is Chuck Brimmer, who roomed to the Whalers Roger Kortko a few years ago. Here's Shaw walking in, trying to feed Kortko, just out of his reach. Shaw had the chance to shoot, but didn't. Now Jennings has it poked away to center. John Drews covering up. Drews coming back in, got by Kennedy, right circle, walking right in. Deep sport. Oh, and he put it right through the crease. His stick hit the right post as he had Gordon beaten, and it trickled right across the crease. Now Shedden, top of the slot falling, got a shot away that was blocked by Kortko. Now to Martin, in over the line, 2-on-1 with Colhane, shooting, and down to block that was Claude Julian. And the puck picked up and cleared to center by Brimmer. Whalers with a couple of excellent chances here in the first 2.5 minutes. Can't bury the puck. Now here comes Brandy, gets tangled up with Callahan, and they both fall in the slot in the Skipjack zone. Whalers applying pressure as McCrory trying to get by Julian. Ridden out in behind the goal. Gordon taps it away to the left corner. After it is Brandy, takes a bump, cleared it back in behind the goal. Now Julian clearing to center, and back to get it goes John McLean, who got his first American Hockey League goal last night and his second professional goal. His pass got through Brandt. Colhane back to cover up. Gets it now to McLean coming out of his own zone. McLean fires it in left corner. First man back, Tim Driscoll. Circling the net, coming out to the right. Getting by McCrory, now got by Callahan, lost the puck, covering up as Cliff Aybrook. He fires it in. He is Toronto Maple Leaf property. Now Beaudoin in behind the goal, lost the puck. It was centered, but McCrory broke it up. He starts Brandt back. Brandt just dumps it in, then turns and steps onto the bench as the Whalers are changing. Meanwhile, the Skipjacks coming out, and an errant pass to center is picked off in the Whalers zone by Grant Jennings. Whitmore was out in the right corner to tee it up for. Now it's spread to center, and Aybrook throws it right back in, and Beaudoin back to get it in the left corner. Beaudoin beneath the circle, goes rink wide to Berglund. Now Berglund coming out on the right side from center, fires it in, deep rebound. Gagne after it. Gagne poking it ahead to Armstrong. His headman pass at center, out of the reach of Steve Sagan. Now Shaw trying to feed Gall, but it hit his skate, deflected back to center, fired right back in by McLean. Puck in the left corner, cleared but not out by Aybrook, then put by Shaw, by Sagan. In over the line, Sagan feeding to Lomo in the slot, shooting, and his shot was deflected wide to the left of Whitmore, who went down just in case. Now Berglund coming out of the Whalers zone. Here's Berglund in over the skipjack line, trying to split the defense. The puck came through to Gordon, who pushed it away to the left wing boards. Abruck trying to clear, got it to center. Baudouin waits for Berglund to get onside, then walks in over the line, backhands it off the wall to the right circle. Sagan picking it off for Baltimore, feeds it rink wide to Abruck. Here's Abruck. Had it poke checked away by John Goose, back in the lineup after missing 4 games with the flu. Now Sagan backhanding it to center. Drews couldn't play it. Drews chasing it back in his own zone. Slides it to his right for Baudouin. Here's Baudouin. Guns it in from center. Wide to the right. Martin after it. Ridden out by Grimmer. Put it in behind the goal. Gordon cut it off there. Deneen clearing. Not out. Baudouin holding it in. Bouncing puck. Left circle. Now we've got Kortko in behind the goal, being worked on by Kennedy. Kortko putting it back in the corner. Abruck's clearing pass, high off the glass, and now backhanded to center. Baudouin after it, bumped from behind by Meitner, and now Martin touches it. And face off outside the skipjack line. Now the puck loose at center. Charlie Meitner plays it to the Whaler line where it's knocked down by Colhay. Now the puck loose at center. Chuck Grimmer drops it into his own zone for Kennedy, who plays it to his left for Sean Deneen. Now to Meitner, who fires it in rink wide left corner. Deep rebound handled by Colhay. Steers it in behind the goal. Callahan on the right side takes a shot from behind by Deneen. Still has the puck in the right circle. Trying to carry it out himself. Tied up by Shedden. Colhay will bring it to the neutral zone. Colhay flipping it in left corner. Back to get it, Charlie Meitner in behind his goal. Coming out to the right, cut off by McCrory. Slides it ahead for Brimmer. Banks it off the wall to center. And here comes Shedden, the captain of the Skipjacks. Dropping it back to Deneen. Shooting from outside the blue line. It's high. Caught glove by Whitmore. He set it down. Shaw bounces off a check. Relays it ahead to McCrory, who gives it on his right to Callahan. Callahan in over the line. Drops it back for Chris Brandt. Left circle. Turning. Brandt takes a look. In front, Callahan. And he tipped it. It hit Gordon. He didn't know where it was. He was slow and reacting, looking for the rebound. Now McCrory to Brandt to the right of the net. Feeds the top of the slot. McLean shooting. It's tipped wide to the right. Brandt got a stick on it. Now McCrory along the wall. Puts it in behind the goal. Gordon cuts it off. Gives it to Deneen, who backhands in behind the goal. And on the right side, the Skipjacks come out with Gagne. His rink-wide pass picked off at the Whaler line by McLean. He comes back to center, tied up by Perkins. Puck across the Skipjack line. Now Gagne clears, not out. Picked up by Greenlaw in the slot to Gaume. Got a Berglund, right circle, walking in. Here's Berglund shooting, hit the side of the net to the right of Gordon. The puck banked off the right wing boards, and here comes Brick Peer. Peer comes in over the Whaler line, cutting toward the slot, feeding it ahead. Perkins couldn't catch up with it. Perkins is rubbed out. Puck in the right corner. It's fed ahead, picked off in the circle by Disco, and his wrist shot wide to the right. It was high. Now Greenlaw on the left wing boards trying to come out. And Greenlaw, abusing one of the Skipjacks, bowled him over in the neutral zone. That was Kennedy. Now from center, Berglund fires it in. Here's Gordon cutting it off in behind the net, leaving it for Claude Julien. Julien in the right circle. Started the year with the Fredericton Express. Gives it to Driscoll, who started with Maine. Now at center, Kennedy on an ATO. Giving it to Lomo, who's now Ranger property. Playing it rink wide, picked off by Tom Martin, coming to center. Here's Martin in over the line, left the trailer, and the shot by Baudouin was partially blocked by Julien. Down the right corner, Kortko centering. Nobody there. Baudouin left circle, shooting off the mark with it. And Martin couldn't catch up with the rebound as it came in from behind the net in the right circle. Now Lomo back across the American League back in 61-62. Face-off will be outside the Whaler line. Now Kortko looking for it, and Armstrong skates. It comes back into the zone for Colhay, who plays it to his right to Baudouin. A headman pass now to John Goose. Goose firing it in, knocked down by Gagne. Didn't know where it was. He tries to clear it. Kortko. Martin shot right circle, right on. Gordon makes the bad save. And Como is third on the team in scoring with 29 points. Third in goals with 11. Tied with Steve Sagan. And fifth on the team in assists. Started the year as North Star property, but he was traded to the Rangers. Now from the draw, Armstrong falls, but managed to kick it to center. Puck in the neutral zone where Jennings feeds rink line to Callahan. Backhanding it in. Back to get it. Bob Kennedy behind the net. Took a buck from Brandt. Now the puck fed ahead. Here's Grimmer coming out of his own zone. Relaying it ahead. Here's a shot by Shedden, who's our intermission guest in the second intermission tonight. That was blocked. Now the Whalers coming out. Bad pass picked off by Meitner, but Shaw had him tied up. Callahan passing right across in front of his own net. That was nearly disastrous. Now Dineen firing it right back in. Dineen suffered a collapsed lung earlier this year. Missed a number of games with the Baltimore Skipjacks. Now from center, Kennedy fires it right back in. Whitmore to the left of the goal, leaving it for Brad Shaw. Shaw getting his 9th goal of the season last night. Shaw feeding to center. Here's Brandt, cranks it up, fires, and Gordon makes a split save. Grabbed it with his left hand, and now clearing it toward the blue line for Meitner. He couldn't get it out. Here's McLean shooting wide to the right. Gordon puts it back on the left wing boards. McLean pokes it back toward the corner for Cliff Abruck. Playing it in behind his own goal for Julian in the right circle. Backhanding but not out. Held in by Colhane. His backhand centering pass. Berglund picks it up, shooting. Hit the side of the net to the left of Gordon. Now the Skipjacks clear as it got by McLean. Comes back into the Whalers zone. Back to get it. Colhane. And now his clearing pass deflected over the glass. And it face off to the right of goaltender Kay Whitmore, 2-11-1 in his last 14 games. Terry Perkins on the draw with Roger Kortko. Roger wins it. Colhane clears it in behind his net for Martin. He couldn't control. Here's a shot blocked from the right point coming off the stick of Gagne. Back comes Bruce across the line. Turned back by Julian. Now centers, closing in. Colhane shooting, and that was deflected. Colhane after the puck, but tied up by Britt Peer. It's in their skates to the right of the net. Julian feeding on the right side, and Perkins now with a headman pass. And Meitner spun around. Perkins carrying on, but the Skipjacks 6 games. He has just 2 assists in 3 games against the Whalers. Face off outside the Whaler blue line. Scotty McCrory on the draw with Byron Lomo. Coming in across the line. Gagne, right circle, shooting, and Whitmore out beneath the left circle to make that save. Put it in behind the goal. Then Baudouin feeds it ahead, and here's McCrory coming to center. Shooting from outside the line, but Brandt is offside. Roger Kortko, Daskalakis, and Gunn with the goaltenders. The game-winning goal went to Tom Martin. Face off outside the Jacks blue line. Chuck Brimmer on the draw with Dallas Gall. From the face-off, Grant Jennings firing it in. Gordon cut it off and deflected up in the air for Julian and put it back in the corner. Now Berglund trying to feed in behind the goal. It hit Julian and bounced to the right of the net. Julian turns back for it. Now backhands to center. It splits the 2 Whaler defensemen, Greenlaw and Jennings. After it's Shedden, forced wide by Jennings, taken out. Now in behind the net, a centering pass blocked by Baudouin. That coming off the stick of Meitner. Now Greenlaw from center, firing it in. It's backhanded to the right corner by Gordon, picked up by Berglund, trying to center. It hit a skate. Greenlaw puts it in behind the net. Here's gone to the left of the goal. Had it poke checked away. Now it is fed ahead by Kennedy to Meitner, and the Jacks come to center. Here's Meitner across the line, stopping. Gives it to Brimmer, tried to get it to Shedden, but that was blocked. Now the puck in the right corner. It comes out to the point. Here's a shot kicked out by Whitmore off the stick of Dineen. Puck in the left circle. The Jacks in control. Now ridden off is Brimmer, and the Whalers come out. It is gone, who just eases it to the left circle in the Skipjack zone. Gordon tips it back to Sean Dineen. His pass failed to connect with Shedden at the Whaler blue line. Now Binghamton coming out as Shaw taking a pass, giving it to Kortko, comes in over the line, down the slot, headmans to Martin, but he had it poked away as he was ridden out by Albrecht. Now in behind the goal, Byron Lomo comes out to the right, feeding to Armstrong. Armstrong, rink wide to Sagan. Sagan comes across the line, but he's straightened up. Whitmore comes out to clear the puck away to the right corner. Here's Lomo after it, trying to get it to the point, but it's intercepted. Now Sagan's shot to the right of the net. Whitmore didn't have to play it, but he did. Now Shaw coming out to the left of his goal. Here's Shaw cutting toward the middle of the ice, and from the red line just guns it in. It deflects out of the corner in behind the goal to the right side. Kortko catching up with it to the right of the net, tried to center, blocked by Lomo. Feeding it ahead to Armstrong. He's straightened up by McLean. Puck at center now, and Brad Shaw with it for the Whalers. Ahead to Martin, who turns in the center circle. Slides it back into the left corner. Deep rebound handled by Gordon. Lomo tried to play it ahead from skate to stick. He was fortunate there was no pressure because the Whalers were changing. Now from center, Albrecht fires it in. In behind the goal, Whitmore catching up with it. Tried to clear himself. He'll leave it for Beaudoin to do it this time. Beaudoin missing Brandt as the puck rolling on edge back into the skipjack zone. Albrecht moving in behind his goal. Backhands to the left wing boards. After it, McCrory, left circle. McCrory forced in behind the net by Perkins. Tried to center. It's off the skate. Held in by Colhane to Beaudoin. Left point, now left circle. Here's Callahan centering. A shot by Brandt was blocked. It may have hit Kennedy. Puck in the right corner. After it is clear and Brandt, it comes loose. Now it's pinned to the wall again. It's in the skates of here. Now it's loose. Here's McCrory shooting. That's blocked by Kennedy. Now on the left side, Brandt centers to McCrory shooting. Oh, and Gordon kicks that out to the right side. Now the Jacks come out with Perkins. In over the line. He's straightened up. Now Beaudoin comes to center. Whalers taking the body very well. Here's Brandt, right circle. Tried to center. It hit a stick. Deflects across in front of the net, high in the air. And in the left circle, Julian tries to clear. Knocked down by the Skipjacks. And the puck comes back into the right corner. And Gagne has it. Now Gagne sliding it to his left. And Julian tipping it ahead for Perkins. Perkins backhanding to the Whaler line. Shaw trying to clear it. Hit Perkins, carrying on Francois No. Getting it in the circle to Shedden, but he's tied up by Jennings. Whalers coming back now. McCrory in over the line. Leaves a trailer. Now gets it back. Backhand shot. Make that Greenlaw. I thought I saw 28, but it was 29 Greenlaw. Now the puck tied up. Whalers have outscored the Skipjacks in the series by a count of 19-9. That's 6.3 to an even 3 thus far. Now off the draw, the puck in the right corner. Kennedy takes Grom out. Jennings after it. He's in deep. Shedden tying him up. Jennings falls. Todd wants a penalty. Won't get one. Here's Shaw's blast. Left point. Deflected. Gordon made the save as Jennings waved at it. Now Grom feeding the point. Greenlaw's shot. That hit traffic. And now here comes Shedden out. 2-on-1 with Francois No. Shaw back. He feeds No. Shooting. Oh, and he had an open net. He fired up to the right. Now a rebound shot. Blocked by Whitmore off the stick of Brimmer, who was trailing on the play. Skipjacks with a couple of great chances. Berglund firing it in. Now Francois No back in the left corner. Backhands it in behind the goal. Kennedy's pass to Brimmer at the Jack blue line. Coming to center, Brimmer fires it in. That hits a stick and deflects over the glass and into the crowd. Gordon away, playing the neutral zone. The Skipjacks clearing it in. Beaudoin behind his goal, put it on the right side for John Drews. Drews clearing, but not out. Now Sagan turns and shoots, but play whistled out. In allowing goals, they've given up 5.24. Face-off outside the Whaler line. McCrory on the draw with Lomo. Now Abrecht clearing it to center. It ends up at the Whaler blue line where Beaudoin feeds to his left for McLean. He fires it in. Picked off there by Lomo, who starts Ian Armstrong back. He dumps it in, and then the Jacks will change. Back is Beaudoin clearing it in behind his goal. Now Callahan feeds to center for McLean. In over the line. McLean right circle. Got a wrist shot away that was blocked by a stick. Down in the left corner, Sagan walks right beside his goal, feeds it up on the right wing boards to Brick Pier. Return pass Sagan in over the line, shooting as he tried to split the defense. It's gloved by Whitmore. Leaves it to his right for Callahan, who lost the puck. And here comes McCrory for the Whalers. McCrory at center, playing it into the right corner. First man there is Brandt working with Pier. He's turning back. It's cleared, not out. Colhane holding it in. Put it in behind the goal. McCrory coming out to the right. Chasing it in the right corner. Now in the circle. Feeds top of the slot to Shaw. He was being pressured by Driscoll, so he just pulled it back outside the zone and then fired it right back in. Abrecht now rounding his net, coming straight ahead. Feeding it all the way down the ice. Bouncing puck right to Whitmore. He turns and clears it away to the right side. Now Greenlaw feeding it ahead to Courtco. Here's Courtco with Martin. And Martin had it poked away at the Jack line on a nifty play by Abrecht. Now here's Perkins throwing it right back in. Colhane back in the right corner. We have 3 minutes, 15 seconds remaining here in the first period. And John Goose firing it in. Gordon laying his stick on the ice, blocked it. Cleared it to the right side. Courtco couldn't control. And here come the Skipjacks. In over the line. Lomo cranks it up, shooting. Jennings blocked that shot. Sagan couldn't control in the right circle. And the Whalers come out now with Roger Courtco. In over the line. Top of the slot. Moving right. Feeds Martin, but had it poke checked away by Kennedy in front of the Jack net. Now at center. Sagan coming back, shooting. That hit the stick of McLean. And play will be Well, Scott Gordon adjusting some equipment in the skipjack goal. That's the reason for the delay. It'll be Dallas Golm against Chuck Brimmer, who played at the University of Windsor 2 years ago. Did not play last season. A fifth-round pick of the Islanders in '81. Puck loose at center. Here comes Shedden across the line. He had it poked away by McLean. Now the Whalers come back with Berglund at center. Berglund trying to get by Julian, who took him out along the wall. Puck is in the Baltimore zone. Now in the corner, Gagne after it. Golm peeling off as he gives Gagne room to come out. Gagne starting the season in Sherbrooke. Walks across the Whaler line. Trying to get by Berglund. Looks to center to hit the skate of Dallas Golm, and back comes Berglund. Here's Berglund at center. Berglund in over the line. He's got Greenlaw 2-on-2 with Golm trailing. Tried to leave a twirler. Puck tied up along the right wing boards. Members of both teams there. Golm started to fall. Caught himself. Claude Julien with a puck now for the Skipjacks. And Julien brings it to center. Julien feeding it to Meitner, who tipped it toward the goal. It comes right to Whitmore, who swoops it away to his right. Bradshaw puts it in behind the goal. Too far for Brandt. Held in by the Jacks and now cleared by Shaw, but not out. As poking it right back in was Meitner. Now in the left circle. It's fed to the point, and Hoover falls just inside the blue line, and the Whalers getting away with one there. That could have been tripping. Now one of the Skipjacks are down in the left circle, and that is Sean Deneen, who is really hurt. Deneen getting up. He can't put any weight in the room. Hopefully there won't be anything seriously wrong with his knee. Abruck off the face-off inside his own blue line. Plays it off the wall to center. Shaw plays it right back in. Abruck, who was Newmarket St. property after being assigned there by the Toronto Maple Leafs, sitting in behind his goal. Leading up on the right side. Brook clear. Couldn't control. It's held in by Colhane. He lost it along the boards. Colhane fighting to keep it in. Driscoll brings it up for the Jackson over the line to Perkins. Return pass to Driscoll behind him. Here's a shot from the point by Albrecht. Knocked down by Whitmore. Good shot. Now we're going to get a penalty as Shaw was held up going in behind the net. And I think now that we're going to get penalties to each team. Shaw over there exchanging words with one of the Skipjacks will have penalties at the 19:03 mark. The score of tonight's game is 0-0. The Whalers and the Skipjacks on the Whaler Hockey Radio Network. The least penalized team in the league, averaging only 19.1 minutes per game. Now off the draw, the puck cleared into the Whalers zone. Baudouin with it, sitting in behind his net. He's turned back, now sits in behind his goal. Behind Kay Whitmore, now comes up to the right toward the corner. Portco steers it to center. 38 seconds left in the period as Abrecht turns and fires it in for the Skipjacks. Whitmore leaves it for Grant Jennings, coming out to the left. Grant Jennings playing the puck off the boards, but not out. Gagne holding it in. Jennings after it. Played it off the wall. It deflected right off the boards, right in front of the net. Picked off by Portco, coming to center with Baudouin. Now to Jules, left circle, trying to get by Abrecht. Circles the net. Feeds it in the circle. Now Jules taking over possession, was ridden out by Gagne. 9 seconds left. Here's Baudouin shooting. Oh, and he went to the top shelf, and he fired it wide. Portco battling along the boards. It's loose and escapes them again as the buzzer says. 5 goals against the Skipjacks in 2 games, so that leaves Martin and Baudouin, along with Bradshaw, with 5 points in the series against the Skipjacks. Baudouin and Shaw have played 3 games and have a goal and 4 assists. Martin has played 3 games and has 3 goals and 2 assists. Raiders will start with Scott McCrory between Berglund and Brandt. Brimmer will take the face-off, and he'll have Driscoll on his left and Peer on his right. Gagne and Julien, the defensemen for the Skipjacks. It is Jennings and Baudouin for the Whalers. Richard Trottier grabs the puck. Second period is underway. And off the draw, Grant Jennings firing it in. Deep rebound, cleared by Julien, past Baudouin at the right point. And the puck comes back into the Whalers zone. Skipjacks in possession. Here's a shot blocked off the stick of Driscoll. It ends up to the left of the net. Grant Jennings trying to clear, knocked down. Backhanded toward the front of the net by Brimmer. Picked off there by Baudouin. He clears to Brandt, who tips it back to center. Brimmer clearing it back in, but it hit Brandt outside the line. Brandt walks across the Skipjack line, right circle, shooting, and Gordon out to cut down the angle, makes a stick save there. Puck loose in the slot, cleared away by Gagne. It is held in by Grant, who tried to feed rink wide behind McQuarrie in the slot. And the Skipjacks clear it down the ice in a race for the puck. Brimmer and Grant, they wave off icing. They will. Brimmer touched it first. Now Bruce getting it ahead to McQuarrie, but he led Scott too far. It'll come all the way back into the Skipjack zone. Touched up by Bob Kennedy. Here's Kennedy fending on a clearing pass, but clear back to get it, tipping it away from Paul Hain. Gordon steers it in behind his goal, held in by Greenlaw on the left side. Gordon in behind the net, gives it to Kennedy, trying to feed Piers, but by Paul Hain. McLean puts it back in the right corner. Drew centering, Greenlaw shooting, and he missed wide to the left. Oh, good setup there by Berglund, but Greenlaw fired it wide. Now Piers comes in over the line. Piers hit by McLean, throws it toward the right of the net. Whitmore backhands it to the right side for Berglund. Tim Berglund coming to center. Berglund fires a rolling puck weakly into the right corner in the Skipjack zone. Kennedy pokes it ahead to center for Ian Armstrong. Across the line, checked by Jennings. Whitmore has it in behind the Whaler goal. Gives it to Beaudoin, who missed Bruce with a pass on the right side. Now a clearing pass, hit John Bruce, comes back into the Skipjack zone. After it is Martin, got it to Bruce, centering. Corko had a bouncing puck. He shot, it was deflected up in the air. Now Julian and Martin having a battle. A shot by Bruce, gloved by Gordon, and he elects to hang on, backing up against the... McQuarrie and Lomo on the draw to the left of goaltender Scott Gordon, and off the draw Julian clears it in behind the goal. Armstrong trying to clear, could not. McQuarrie sandwiched in the right corner. Lomo coming away with a puck, collides with Callahan, who tried to center. That was blocked at the side of the net by Gordon, who elects to cover up. Last 30 games, 1 goal, 7 points in his last 5. Face off to the left of Scott Gordon. Julian putting it on the left wing boards, and Steve Sagan coming out. Getting it ahead to Lomo, back to Sagan, poke checked away, but he managed to clear it into the Whalers zone. Now Jennings trying to clear. Sagan has it in the neutral zone, plays it off the stick of McQuarrie, back into the right corner where Beaudoin goes to get it. Beaudoin ahead to McQuarrie. McQuarrie dodged a check by Hoover, feeding it rink wide for Grant, had it poke checked away, and back at center comes Perkins, shooting, fired it wide to the right. Now the puck along the right wing boards. Callahan and McQuarrie after it. McQuarrie trying to kick it out. It's held in. Now Beaudoin gets it, feeding to center. Too far for Grant. Chasing it in the right circle with Julian. Julian's clearing pass held in by Callahan on his backhand at the left circle. Gives it to Kortko. Kortko trying to center. It was past Callahan to center. Jim has to wait for his team to get onside, then fires it in. Pier has it in the right circle, dropping it back to Julian. Julian passing his blue line, playing it into the Whalers zone, then heads for the bench, and the Skipjacks will change. Now Shaw, feeding it on the left to Martin. Martin trying to get by Perkins, coming to center with Kortko. Kortko's pass, poke checked away by Kennedy. Perkins backhanding off the Callahan across the Whaler line. Here's Shaw, feeding right back at center for Bruce. Poked away by Cliff Albrecht. Albrecht comes in over the line, trying to get by Callahan, cut off by Shaw to the left of goaltender Kay Whitmore. Now Shaw to the right of the net, pinned in, so he turns and comes up to the left. Now Shaw just inside his blue line, coming to center, firing it in right on, easy save for Gordon. He gathers in the rebound, tucks it in behind the goal. Albrecht's clearing pass, held in by Kortko, tried to center, pass too high for Bruce. Bergland shooting from the left circle, that was blocked. Sean Deneen is not returned to the action here since being hit by Grant in the first period. Now Tom Martin inside the Whaler blue line, tipping it to center, picked off by Meitner, who drops it back in his own zone for Julian, feeding it to Kennedy, poked away by Martin, right circle, Martin trying to center, that hit a shin, picked off by Shedden, now he lost it, and Julian has it, circling his net, coming out to the right, feeding it ahead, intercepted by Berglund, tried to split the defense and was cut off by both Julian and Kennedy. Now McLean shooting, that's blocked, Brimmer couldn't handle it. Here's Berglund holding it in. Tried to lead Gaume, but he missed him. Julian clearing. Not out. McLean holds it in. Puts it in the corner for Gaume. It ends up in behind the goal. Julian clears, and on the left side, Meitner will carry it to center. Here's Charlie Meitner. Rink wide to Doug Shedden. It comes off the wall into the slot. McLean clears it away. Starting Gaume back across the line. Gaume has got Beaudoin with him. Gets it to him. Shooting scores! Beaudoin on a pretty pass from Dallas Gaume. They played kick. Crossing the blue line, Gaume got it to Grant, to Beaudoin, who gave it back to Gaume, who gave it back to Whalers are on the board.
Their sixth of the season from Dallas Golm and John McLean.
Yves Baudouin getting the goal, his sixth of the year at 5:06 from Dallas Golm and John McLean. And now a play whistle down. And the face-off will combine 9 points in his last 5. Baudouin last season had 11 goals for the year in 63 games. Now off the draw to the left of Kay Whitmore. Shaw having trouble. Now feeds it ahead, and here comes Tom Martin. Martin firing it in, left corner, deep rebound. Drew shoots, and he went for the stick side to Gordon's right, and he missed it. Now Drew's trying to get it to Courtco, battling for the puck in the slot as it was poke-checked away. Back come the Skipjacks. Perkins straightened up by Shaw. Back is Driscoll. He's taken out by Jennings. Jennings and Driscoll in the right corner. And Jennings falls. Driscoll getting it in the circle. Here's Perkins fanning at it, trying to center, blocked by the stick of Brad Shaw. And he banks it off the left wing boards all the way back into the Skipjack zone. Touched by Cliff Albrecht. Now we will have icing. Now they've converted just 8 times in 67 chances with those 2 players gone. Lomo against Golm to the left of Kay Whitmore. 13:50 to play in the second period. Whalers Whalers leading it 1-0. Now Kennedy's blast wide to the right off the face-off. Colhane trying to clear. Got it by Albrecht at the right point. All the way down the ice. Back to get it Kennedy. And again, this will be icing against the Whalers. And Roger Courtco off the draw. Here's Berglund coming to center. Bergie worked on from behind by Shedden as the puck put in behind the goal. Gordon sweeping it away to the right side. Colhane holding it in. Greenlaw plays it in behind the goal. It's Greenlaw instead of Courtco. I believe I said Courtco out with this line, but it is Greenlaw. Now the Skipjacks coming out. Puck at center. And a pass for Shedden was behind him. Francois No couldn't catch up with it as Brimmer missing his line mate. Now Dallas Golm starts Berglund back at center. Here's Berglund trying to feed Greenlaw, who had held up at the blue line, expecting Berglund to dump it in. Now Greenlaw punishing Albrecht in behind the goal. Back to the right of the net. Here's Kennedy sliding it ahead to his right, and here's Doug Shedden. Shedden cutting toward the circle. In over the line. Shedden stopping. Tried to drop it for No. Intercepted by McQuarrie. Tried to start Callahan out. Shedden bumped. Down he goes. Carrying on No. Put it in the circle to Brimmer. It was behind him. Now Shaw clears to the right side. Callahan can't catch up with it. At the right point, Julian's drive off the mark. Rebound is grabbed by McLean, who one-hands it too far for Brandt to center. Armstrong playing it back into the Whalers zone. Shaw has it in the left corner, and that'll be icing against the Skipjacks. Here come the Skipjacks with Grip here, crossing the Whaler line, let a shot go that was blocked by the stick of Shaw. That'll be a souvenir. Brett Peer did not play in the game net on November 22nd. Roger Courtco out between Martin and John Goose. Courtco taking the draw with Terry Perkins. Perkins, the 4th-round pick of the Nordiques in 1884. Now off the draw, Courtco has it poked away, but Jennings covering up, finds Martin at center. Martin firing it in, left corner, back to get it Hoover, taken out by Drews. Drews in behind the net, centering, a shot by Martin, and Gordon got a piece of that. Now Hoover puts it in behind the goal, Martin centering, Drews missed the tip. Here's Courtco, had it taken away, and back come the Skipjacks with Perkins coming across the line, stopping on his backhand, trying to center, blocked by Baudouin. Here's a shot by Albrecht. That hit Baudouin. Baudouin clears, not out. Here holding it in. Skipjacks changing now. Who's in behind his goal. Put it on the left side for Martin. He's bumped by Seguin. Jennings in the left corner. Banks it in behind his goal for Baudouin. Ahead to John Drews to Roger Courtco. Trying to shake Seguin. Here's a centering pass for Martin. It was too high. Martin fanned at it as Gordon following the puck right across the crease. Now a centering pass. Berglund shot deflected. It's loose in front of Gordon, and he grabs it and will hang on his knees at the top of the crease. The shots favor the Whalers 10-9. Face off to the left of goal Goaltender Scott Gordon, who compiled a 4.47 goals against with the Fredericton Express a year ago. Now off the draw, the puck loose, and here come the Skipjacks to center. Brimmer's rink-wide pass for Shedden, tipped away by Colhane. Greenlaw back across the line, straightened up by Kennedy. Grom centering, and he just missed Berglund in front of the net. Bergie would have been in all alone. Now the puck along the right wing boards. Gaub feeds Berglund, right circle, back to Gaub. It ends up at the point to Colhane. Backhanding, but he gave it right to Brimmer. Brimmer comes across the Whaler line, stops left circle, looking to center. Shedden tried to one-time it, but Berglund stuck a stick in front of that and intercepted it. Berglund turns and comes to center. Feeding it all over the line to Greenlaw, back to Berglund, shooting. Oh, and a sliding save by Gordon against the right post. Whalers had it set up, but Gordon made the save. Now Albrecht jams Greenlaw to the wall in the corner to the right. And play will be whistled. The only team they've beaten this year from the Northern Division is New Haven, and now we've got a delay as the referee, Richard Trottier, over against the glass in the left corner. Words has been rectified. Face-off will be to the right of Gordon between Perkins and Kurtko. Off the draw, Kurtko wins, feeds it to Jennings. His shot, that hit Kennedy as it went right between the legs of Drews. Skipjacks coming out now with Cliff Abrecht from center, fires it in left corner. Jennings picking it up along the left wing boards, feeds the center to Kurtko. Got by Kennedy, comes in over the line, shoots right circle, right on, pad saved by Gordon. Kurtko, right circle, feeds the slide. Here's McLean, closing in, shooting. Rebound is loose. Martin whacked at it. It's in behind the net. Kurtko centers, turning, shooting is good. Scores! John Drews, right circle. And Drews has given the Whalers a 2-0 lead at the 10-17 mark. And for John Drews, his 28th of the year. The Whalers 2, and the Skipjacks nothing. As John Drews has scored at 10-7.
20, Tony Burton. And John Drews on the goal, his 28th of the year from Roger Kurtko and Tommy Martin. The count of the goal is 10-17.
All right, so the Whalers now with a 2-0 lead, and as we come back to action, we've got a Wilson having a good night with an assist thus far. Now off the face-off, Colhane to the right of the goal, plays it by Brimmer to the right side. Driscoll moving in, he bumped with Gaub. It's put in behind the goal by Colhane. On the left side, it's cleared, not out. Gagne's shot deflected, and Driscoll now feeding it ahead. And here comes Gaub, dumping it in, right corner in the Skipjack zone. Julien bumped off the puck, Francois no, trying to clear, and the Whalers come out with Driscoll. Ahead now to Brimmer, shooting right on, deep rebound off the stick of Kay Whitmore. Now Baudouin rounding his net, coming to center, cutting toward the middle of the ice, held up by the stick of Mill, comes across the line, shooting. That was partially blocked. Now Driscoll's got one of the Whalers tied up. Gaub kicking it to Berglund, and the slot is shot by Greenlaw. Oh, what a save by Gordon, got the right skate on it. Rebound by Greenlaw, trapped by Gordon against the right post. 8:37 remaining, second period. The score of tonight's game, 2-0 Binghamton on the Whaler. All right, here's a shot deflected over the top of the Baltimore goal. Now Martin giving way to Drews on his backhand, walking toward the slot, pulled on as he went to shoot, no call there. Now along the right wing boards, the puck cleared to center by Gagne. Kurtko feeds rink wide to his right. Bradshaw tees it up, guns it right back in. Gagne in the right corner, takes a hit from Martin, down he goes, it's centered, and Drews in front, couldn't play it. Now at the right point, we've got a whistle. And one of the Skipjacks down in the right corner as Tom Martin took out Gagne down there a moment ago, and Gagne a little slow in getting up. Well, this Skipjack team looking like an all-star team as they've got 10 different Now we're ready, and off the draw it is Abrecht who clears it to the right wing boards. Now it's cleared but not out. Driscoll turns, directs it to center, and McLean battling along the wall. Grant trying to hold it in as it came across the line, but it's cleared out by Armstrong. Now Bradshaw from center firing it in. Armstrong taking a shift on defense now with the injury to Deneen. Armstrong back in the right corner with Brett, moving in Lomo, bumping McCrory. It's loose in the right circle. Tim Driscoll turns, feeds to center, and here comes Steve Sagan. He's taken out along the right wing boards. Sagan was assigned to Hershey after the 85-86 Flyer training camp and refused to report. Went home, didn't play last year. Now Abra from the right point shooting. That's deflected. Now McCrory backhanding to the line for Brett to Callahan. Callahan in over the line, trying to get by Armstrong. Callahan falls, Armstrong on top of him. Here's Brandt closing in, right circle, walking in front, centering, and McCrory had it in his skate and couldn't play it ahead from skate to stick. Back comes Brimmer, centering, and a shot by Driscoll, he fanned on it. Paul Hain trying to clear, Callahan knocking it down with a glove to McCrory, and Richard Trottier saw that, so that's a hand pass. In the Whalers' zone. Now off the face-off, Gaum wins it, puts it back in the right corner. No after it, but he's taken out by Baudouin. Now Brimmer taken in by Gaum at the right edge of the circle. Puck comes loose. Jean-Francois No trying to center, tipped out by Kay Whitmore. And Berglund picks it up. Feeds on his right to Gaum. In over the line, back to Berglund. Held up, there's going to be a penalty. A penalty of the Skipjacks coming up holding as Berglund was held by, I believe, Bob Kennedy. Penalty will be assessed here against the Skip. Richard won, Baudouin won. There's been 3 shorthanded goals, all by the Whalers. Now off the draw, Berglund right circle, closing in, shooting, Gordon to save. Here's Gaum in behind the net. Gaum blocked by Armstrong at the right of the net. Now trying to center, here's a shot, blocked off the stick of Baudouin. Berglund to the right edge of the crease, shooting, and that was wide. Now Baudouin left circle. In the corner to Dallas Gaum. Gaum dancing with a puck in the left circle. Now moving toward the blue line. Feeds the point to Baudouin. Rick wide to Shaw. Off the pass to Berglund. Shooting, he scores! Berglund. Gordon looked as if he was screened. Jeff Greenlaw was there. I don't believe it got Greenlaw. I think it'll be Berging's goal all the way. And at 13:56 on the power play, the Whalers cash in on a goal by Timmy Berglund.
Play goal for number 16, Tim Berglund, assist number 3, Brad Shaw, number 7, E. Baudouin.
Well, Roger Kurtko with a chance a moment ago, letting a high shot go from the left circle. Face-off will be to the left of Gordon. And off the draw, the puck cleared to center, and Shaw dumps it right back in. Armstrong back in the right corner, stops to the right of the net, banks it off the glass. Driscoll missed it. McCrory has it, feeds the point. Jennings blast high over the top of the net. After it, Callahan picked off by Brandt. Left circle, turns, shoots right on. And a pad save by Gordon. And Byron Lomo starting Sagan back at center. Sagan in over the line. Bumped off the puck by Shaw, chases it, left circle, shooting off the backhand, fired it wide. Abrecht shot, down to block that, Whitmore. He saw it all the way, steered it toward the right wing boards. Now McCrory coming out for the Whalers. Here's McCrory to Brandt, across the line, the big shot, and he fired it wide. He had Gordon beaten if he could have just put it on net. Now Callahan bumped off the puck. Brandt at center, trying to tip it away from Albrecht, who just turns and plays it across the line. Skipjacks in possession with Sagan. I thought he was on his way to the bench. Sagan fanning at it, trying to tip it across the line. Driscoll shooting from outside the blue line, right on. Loved by Kay Whitmore. Now Baudouin, rink wide to Martin. In the neutral zone, Martin backhanding for Kurtko across the line. Here's Kurtko, turned back in the corner, stops, right circle, feeds the point. Colleen shot, tip, Gordon the save. Loose puck, in front, here's Kurtko. And he ran into Drews as he was ready to shoot. Now Drews feeding Baudouin left point. Back to Drews, got by Shedden, left circle, puts it in the corner. Here's Kurtko, centering for Martin, tied up. Drews shoots, and that hit a body in front of the net. Now we're going to get, well, I thought we were going to get a whistle. Now we do get the whistle. Outside the Skipjack line, we've got an offside. They play in the Baltimore zone, where it's been most of the second period as they finally come out. Here's Brimmer crossing the line, leaves a drop pass. Gagne couldn't handle it. Poole does, shooting right on stick save. Whitmore falls as Brimmer pulled his skates out from underneath him. Now Berglund sends Gaum back at center. Gaum dumping it into the right corner. Back to get it, Gagne turning. Gagne coming out, feeding it ahead. Brimmer's rink-wide pass. Out of the reach of Francois No as Greenlaw broke it up, cleared it back to center. Shaw firing it right back in. Back to get it in the right corner, Britt Peer. Peer with a head-man pass. Gagne comes in over the line, left circle. Lost it as he collided with Francois No, who bumped with Brandt. Now Jennings in behind the goal. Puts it on the left side for Brandt. Chris Brandt coming to center, 3-on-3, three abreast the Whalers. Now Brandt to McCrory, right circle, closing in, shooting, Gordon to save, rebound, they score! Callahan picking up the rebound, and Callahan has made it 4-0 at 16:57. McCrory took the original shot, and Gary Callahan drove home the rebound, and the Whalers now.
And number 17, Chris Brandt. That's the first of the year for number 9, Gary Callahan, from Scott McCrory and Chris Brandt.
Scott Gordon, Romo against McCrory. On the draw, McCrory wins, falling is Callahan. He gets back up. The Skipjacks in possession. A pass ending up in the skates of Cliff Abrecht, who fires it in. Whitmore cuts it off in behind and decided to let it go through to the right side. Here's Driscoll behind the Whaler goal. Has it now, trying to feed the point. Held in by Abrecht. He steered it toward the left corner. Back to get it, Colhane. Got a shot from Seguin. McCrory plays it in behind his goal, and Shaw feeds to center for Grant, trying to split the defense. Had it poked away. Gordon lets it go to the left of the net. Grant spinning, ends up in the corner. Now feeds the point, closing in. McLean faked the shot, gave it to Colhane. He couldn't control off the stick, let the shot go, batted down by Abrecht in the circle. Grant has it, centers, a shot by Callahan. Gordon the save, puck is loose, and the Skipjacks have it. And back they come with Romo, 3-on-2, feeding to his right. Seguin, right circle, fanned on a wrist shot. Back to get it, Romo, right circle, looking for somebody to pass to. Has nobody right now. Now centers, it's deflected by Driscoll. It hit Whitmore and deflected away to the right wing boards. Callahan using it ahead to Courtco out of his reach at center. Now Gagne giving it to Julian, who fires it in. Puck loose in behind the goal. Now Whitmore looking to freeze it to the back of the net. And it comes loose. Courtco clearing it to the right side. Callahan after it. Julian picks it up. Feeds. Here's a shot. And it's fired wide. Romo was the one that was letting it go. And now a centering pass from Reitner. Chasing it to the right wing boards. Just over a minute left here in the second period. Whalers leading it by the score of 4-0. Now a shot right point, hit a stick, and then deflects way up into the crowd. Exactly 1 minute. Face-off just inside the Whaler blue line, and off the draw, the Skipjacks go back to center to regroup, and then it's fired in by Claude Julian. Jennings clearing for Martin, who feeds rink line in front of his net for Goldwag. Now to Martin, 3-on-2. Martin throws it to Bruce, left circle. Julian turns him back. Now Bruce on his backhand, trying to lean toward the net. Couldn't control it. Francois No tipping it to center. Here come the Jacks in over the line. Drop past Perkins for Shedden. Shooting went to the short side. Rebound. Julian. And it is knocked down by the glove of Whitmore. And now Jennings coming out. 25 seconds left in the second period as his pass missing John Bruce. Gordon puts it on the right side. After it, Roger Courtco beside the net to Bruce in front. Martin shooting. Oh, what a save by Gordon. And on the rebound, Martin pushed it wide to the left post. Now Courtco. And we're going to get a whistle and a holding penalty. At 19:50, we've got a holding penalty coming up. John Drew, 98% on the conversion ratio. Whaler penalty killing, fourth in the league, 66 goals allowed and 343 times shorthanded. That's 80.8%. And in this series, the Jacks are 4 for 21 on the power play, 19%. Now Gagne inside his blue line, feeds to no at center. In over the line as the buzzer sounds, ending the second period of play. With a score, the Whalers 4 and the Skipjacks nothing. A submarine will move left-right here in his third period. And off the draw between Dahlm and Brimmer. In over the line comes Sagan. He tried to dance by Shaw, who broke it up, and then the puck cleared back to center. Julian having trouble in the neutral zone with Berglund. Backhanded across the line by Pierre, and Jennings plays it off the left wing boards and all the way down the ice. Back to get it, Gagne sitting in behind his net. Gagne taking a look, now starting out to his left. Feeding it ahead to Julian, upended by Berglund, but got it ahead, in over the line, Brimmer. Now a shot by Shedden wide to the right. Now here's Pierre putting it beside the goal for Brimmer. He's taken out. Jennings lost it. Pierre chasing it to the left circle. Here's Brett Pierre, put it back in the circle, picked off by Grant Jennings. Jennings coming to center. And from the red line, firing it off the left catching glove of Gordon. It trickles over to the left corner. And we've got a new goaltender. It is not Gordon, it is Murray Bannerman. Murray Bannerman has replaced Gordon in goal. Back now comes Boomer, right circle. And a shot by Sagan, saved by Whitmore, knocking it down. Julian's blast out at traffic, and Whitmore doing the splits makes the save. Had a 4.14 goals against in 39 games with the Blackhawks last year. A fourth-round pick of the Vancouver Canucks. In 1977, played one game against the Whalers, gave up 2 goals, has a goals against of 2.26, a saves percentage of 93.4. He was in goal in the last meeting, a 3-3 tie. Now Whitmore in his own zone, swooping it up the left wing boards, and Tom Martin directing it down the ice. Back to get it for the Skipjacks is Albrecht. It's put back in behind the goal by Albrecht's teammate Perkins. And bringing it out now is Ian Armstrong, crossing his blue line. Armstrong from the red line, weaving left. Takes a hit from Beaudland, chasing the puck in the right corner. McLean back there first, clearing it by Shedden. And coming up the left side is Chris Brandt. In over the line, Brandt trying to get by Albrecht, taken out, puck in the right corner. Bruce plays it in behind the Jack goal. Perkins has it beneath the left circle. Feeding it ahead now to Shedden, now to Noah at center. Feeding him to the puck for the Whalers was Callahan. Now Callahan comes in over the line, centered from McCrory, just out of his reach. Shedden picks it up off the right wing boards, feeds to center, too far for Noah. Brandt turns, fires it right back in. Murray Bannerman in behind the goal. And getting it up the left wing boards and down the ice is Abrick in the race for the puck. Lomo, Shaw back to cut him off. Lomo tried to leave a trailer. It was poked away from Disco by Callahan. Puck ends up at center where Kennedy has it. Here's Kennedy dumping it into the left corner. Shaw will go back. Throws it into the right corner for Callahan. Callahan puts it back in behind the net for Bradshaw. Shaw now on the left corner, plays it off the glass and down the ice. They wave off icing. Bannerman to the right of his net, leaving it for his defense. Hoover scoring pass off the stick of Lomo. Grom steals, feeds rink wide to Greenlaw. Back to the point, Jennings centering pass off the skate of Grom. And in the left circle, here comes Hoover. His pass to center to Lomo. Couldn't control it. Back come the Whalers with Berglund. In over the line. Berglund can't catch up with the puck as Kennedy rubbed out by Greenlaw in behind the net. Kennedy getting up slowly. Now back comes Meitner, guns a shot from outside the blue line. It was ticketed for the stick side of Kay Whitmore. He was off the mark with it. Now Greenlaw on the left wing board, sliding it ahead. It hits Baum in the skates. He turns, tips it back to Greenlaw. Greenlaw coming out, got by 2 men before he was knocked off the puck by Gagne with a hip check. Jackson possession in their own zone. Julian to Meitner, knocked off the puck by Beaudland. Now Drew's feeding to center. Here's Martin across the Jack line, shooting. Oh, he hit the crossbar. Tom Martin hitting the crossbar. Now from the right point, Culhane's shot. Turned aside by Bannerman. Shaw's drive, and that is kicked out. Whalers with 3 good chances. Back now comes the Skipjacks, and Brick Pierre guns a shot wide. Puck ends up at center. Here's Bruce back across the Jack line. Feeding it for Martin. Drop pass for Courtco. Feeds to the point to Culhane. Centering pass was behind Bruce in the slot. Julian clearing that out. Bruce centering. Tipped away by Gagne and then fed to center by Steve Sagan. Now Culhane giving it to Courtco. He's bumped. Puck ends up in the Skipjack zone. backhanded to center, and Sagan dumping it in left corner. Whitmore leaves it for McCrory, who puts it on the right wing boards. Now here's Shedden trying to center. That's blocked. A shot by Albrecht right on. Whitmore turns that aside. McCrory taken out in behind the goal by Sagan. McLean can't control it. Loose with a puck over in the slot. A shot right on by Albrecht. Rebound. They'll score! Steve Sagan picking up the rebound by Steve Sagan. His 12th of the year from Cliff Albrecht and Doug Shedden. Time 4:58. Update from Calgary now. The U.S. Olympic team 3, Austria 1. Out of the third period, they tell us. Now as we're back to action, Baum lost it. And here come the Whalers back with Greenlaw bouncing off a check. Now levels one of the Skipjacks along the boards. That was Francois No. McLean firing the puck into the Baltimore zone in the right corner. Albrecht banks it off the wall. It's held in by Jennings. Jennings spun around, centered right on, picked up by Bannerman. It's loose at the top of the slot. And back comes Perkins ahead to Francois No. His pass blocked by Gall. No gets it back inside his blue line. Folds to center. Here comes Shedden. It was just off of his stick. Now Greenlaw giving it to Martin. Tried to get it back to Jennings, and it was picked off by Dallas Gall. Gall coming to center. Across the line to Martin, trying to get by Kennedy. Centers. It's off the stick of Shedden right to Bannerman, and his pass, return pass for Shedden out of his reach. Here comes Noah across the line. Guns a shot, knocked down by Whitmore. Now Kurtko in the left corner, having trouble getting by Perkins. Back to help out for the Whalers is Tom Martin, who banks it off the wall, down the ice. Bannerman in the left circle, leaves it for Tim Hoover. Hoover plays it in behind his goal, and Kennedy gets it ahead, tipping it now from Driscoll ahead, and here's a shot right on, played by Whitmore. Shot coming from Bimmer. Now the Jacks trying to hold it in, cannot. John Bruce at center, feeding rink wide, too high for Martin, bouncing puck, and it's played off the wall, but not out. Now it's back in the right circle, and here comes Kennedy to Charlie Meitner, in over the line. Meitner tried to center, and Kurtko picked that off. Kurtko backhands to center. Here's Hoover going rink wide to Gagne. Gagne's pass to Driscoll at the red line. Driscoll bumped by Callahan. Back comes Kurtko. And Kurtko bumped and now is offside at the...
supporters of the Wyoming Children call out the Wyoming Hunters.
All right, play underway in the Baltimore zone. Julian one-hands a pass to Brimmer, who starts clear back. Return pass for Brimmer. He's tied up by Callahan, who fell. Brimmer still on escape, centering. Clear fanned at it. Julian top of the slot. Guns a shot. That hit traffic and may have gotten McCrory. Puck ends up in the left corner. Now Brandt in behind his goal. Brandt coming out to the left. The Whalers 4, the Skipjacks 1. Brandt getting it to McCrory. Comes upside the line. Sagan has it for Baltimore. Walks right back in, trying to get by McLean. Left circle. McLean cut him off. He centers. Nobody home. Now along the right wing boards, and it is Brimmer being grabbed in the corner. The puck loose. Sagan battling in there, and two Whalers have the two Jacks tied up. Perkins from Campbell River, British Columbia. Now off the face-off, Jennings tips it in behind his goal. Brodwan on the left side, playing it ahead. Gall feeding to his left, and it's relayed in by Jeff Greenlaw. Brodwan along the right wing boards, plays it in behind the goal. Armstrong clearing to the right side, but it's held in by Gall. Now Brodwan in behind the Baltimore net, stopping the reverse direction. Puts it back on the right side. Francois No after it. Backhands it off the stick of Gall to center. Whalers pick it up, play it right back in. Albrecht this time tips it to center for Baltimore. Brodwan has it, coming right back in. Here's Brodwan along the goal line. Forced wide, left to drop pass for Berglund. Shooting, fires that wide to the right. Nearly hit Albrecht, standing to the left of the goal. Now Colhane in behind his blue line. Feeding the center. It's off a Skipjack stick. That's Perkins. After it, Gall stops. Right circle. Lost the puck as it was poked away. Shedden turns. Feeds Perkins at center. Perkins ran into Goose. He spun around, and the Whalers are offside. Toronto tonight after 2 periods. The Maple Leafs 1 and the Flyers nothing. And after 2 in St. Louis, Blues 1, Detroit nothing. And now icing against Springfield Indians are here for a 6 o'clock hockey game. Now Julian's clearing pass at Kurtko in the right circle. Roger having trouble, but he got it to the point. Here's Colhane shooting. Bannerman to save. It's underneath him. Oh, and then it trickled across the goal crease. Bannerman thought he had it frozen. McLean from the left point. His shot blocked by Lomo. Now Martin in the right circle puts it in behind the goal. After it now is Julian. Can't catch up with it. One of the Whalers fell, and Julian comes away. Ahead to Meitner, in over the line. Meitner right circle against McLean. Got a shot off, directed away to the left by Whitmore. Now Martin coming out. Starts Goose back at center, across the line, shooting. Oh, and Bannerman kicked that straight up in the air. Loose in the slot. Goose is taken down by Julian. And the Skipjacks clear with Driscoll getting it to center, out of the reach of Francois No. Jennings gave it and then got it back from Shaw. And his pass to the Skipjack line picked up by Julian, and he plays it into the Whalers zone. It slides by to the left of Whitmore. Shaw picks it up ahead to Callahan. Missed Brand at center. And back with it is Ian Armstrong. Armstrong turning inside the blue line. Starting back at center to Brimmer. His shot right on. Cut by Whitmore, and then he slipped it away to the right side. Now McCrory comes out to center. His pass bouncing. It hit the stick of Gagne. Brandt back in the right corner. They go in. Brandt lost the stick. And one of the Whalers, Callahan, bowled over Gagne. And now Gagne gets up, and Kieran Callahan put it to the wall in the right corner. 9:40. Now 4-1 the U.S. leading Austria. Now Colhane from the right point shooting, and Bannerman does the splits as the puck sails wide to the left. Now in behind the goal, Gagne got by the stick work of Gone, coming to center. Here's Britt clear. Here comes across the line, slides it to his left. Here's Brimmer closing in, shooting. Whitmore standing his ground, making the save against the left post. Now here's Julian trying to center. Backhand shot right on, saved by Whitmore off the stick of Sagan. It's backhanded in behind the Whaler goal. Baudouin trying to clear, got it to Berglund. And Berglund feeds to Gone, back to Berglund. He had to reach back for it. Now would have been offside as he came across the Skipjack line. Sagan brings it out, ran into Martin, who fires it right back in. Bannerman in behind the goal, leaving it for Armstrong. And on the right pier, backhands to center. McLean fires it right back in. It rings the boards. Held in by Drews. Now to Martin in the left corner. Couldn't reach it. It is cleared by Gagne around behind the net and up the right side and all the way down the ice. A little over 8.5 minutes remaining. 32-27. The shots favor the Whalers. John Drews dropping it back into his own zone for Shaw. Shaw in behind his net, feeding it ahead to Courtco, backhanding to center, and Martin comes across the line, right circle, shooting, and Bannerman with a left glove reaches out and snares that hot blast off the play underway. The Jacks coming out as it is Courtco stealing the puck off the stick of Shedden at center. Courtco backhanding it in. Bannerman playing it in behind his goal, sweeps it away to the far side. Bruce after it, lost it in the skates of the Skipjack, who's in the corner, now turning around, it's Perkins. Courtco after it, stapled to the wall by Julian. They're in the right corner, now in the circle. Courtco spun around by Perkins, can't get to the puck. Drews has it, now to Courtco beside the net, backhand, and as he went to center, the puck was poked off the stick. Now from the right point, a shot by Shaw, deflected by Courtco, but Bannerman makes that save. Now the Jacks come back, 3-on-2. Perkins Wisha went for the far side. No, after the rebound, blocked by Shaw to the right of the net. Now Martin in the right circle turning, and the Whalers coming out. Here's Martin in the circle, shooting from outside the blue line. His stick breaks in half in his hand. He'll turn and go and get a new one. Now the Jacks come out, a pass at center, missed Francois No, and this is going to be icing as soon as Colhane touches up. Well, the Skipjacks 12-1 in January, and this month they've struggled a little bit with a record of 0-3-2. And now from the right point, here's a shot by Colhane. He scores! Bannerman put against the right post. It hit something and trickled in, and Jim Colhane, if he gets the goal, has scored his fourth of the season, and the Whalers have got a 5-1 lead at 13-12.
16th of the year for number 17, Brandt.
Well, it was Brandt that had hit on the way to the net. Are Jennings and Greenlaw. Now from the face-off, McCrory in the right circle, trying to center. Here's Brandt with it on his backhand. Feeds the point to Colhane, closing in, shooting. Bannerman to save, and he's going to hang on as he's surrounded by green jerseys. Here we go off the face-off. The Skipjacks coming out with Chuck Brimmer, straightened up by Jennings at the line. Jennings falling. Brimmer chasing the puck in behind the net until Gall rubs him out. Brimmer still after it, trying to feed the point, could not. As the puck comes to center, Julian now plays it to the line for Sagan. Jennings back ahead of him to bank it off the left wing boards to center. Gall feeding it ahead to Greenlaw, right circle. He's got Bergler in the slot, circles the net. Greenlaw leaving the puck. And the Skipjacks taking over as Brimmer clears to center past McLean all the way back to Kay Whitmore, who escorts it back to the left of the net. Jennings now feeding it to his right for Berglund. It was between his legs. Jennings got it back to Berglund, missed him with a pass, and it ends up in the Jack zone. Here's Julian back for Baltimore. In over the Whaler line, tried to feed the right circle, but it hit McLean. McLean along the near boards. He takes a bump from Shedden. Puck rolling across the Whaler line. Colhane plays it off the boards for John Goose. Now Martin is bumped. Shedden with the puck in the neutral zone. Here's Shedden giving it to Francois. No, got by Martin on a nifty move. Comes in over the line against Shaw. Left the trailer. Closing in. Here's Gagne shooting. And Whitmore makes the save. And then covers up at the top of the crease. In the Whaler zone, a centering pass broken up by Jennings, coming to center. Less than 5 minutes left. Jennings crossing the line, centers for Martin, and he threw it right across the crease, but Bruce couldn't reach it. Now a centering pass, and Martin is robbed by Bannerman, sprawling and laying on his back at the left. 14th in the league in scoring. Had 11 points in 18 games in Adirondack last year. Now off the draw, the Jacks clearing with Perkins, getting it to center. Driscoll's pass, misconnected with Lomo. He's turned back for it. It comes back to the left with Murray Bannerman. Brandt after it. Brandt trying to center. Here's Brandt feeding the point to Beaudoin. Beaudoin centering, and Callahan couldn't reach it. Now Driscoll playing it to center. It comes all the way back into the Whalers' zone. Kay Whitmore leaving it for Beaudoin. Beaudoin banking it off the wall. Callahan playing it to center. And McCrory after it, trying to get by Julian, does in the right circle, but then is skated off. And here comes Byron Lomo. Lomo feeding it ahead for Driscoll. Crisscrossing with Meitner at the line. Right circle, tried to center. Meitner couldn't reach it. Colhane had him tied up. Now Gall back, trying to clear. It's held in. There's a pass. Julian's shot. That hit Gall. Loose to the left of the net. Colhane trying to clear. Brandt having trouble. Played it to the line. Here come the Whalers. 2-on-1. Gall with Callahan. Gall closing in. Passes. Oh, and Callahan shot, and Bannerman got a piece of that. Sliding across in front of the net. 2-on-1. Now the puck cleared down the ice. Wide on goal. Whitmore turns. Gives it to Berglund. In over the line. Cutting toward the net. Trying to get in. Past Whitmer, and his shot turned aside by Bannerman. Now Greenlaw after it. Feeding the point to McLean. In the corner to Berglund. Centers in the slot. Greenlaw bouncing puck. Turns. Backhand shot. Kicked out by Bannerman. Greenlaw separated one of the Jacks from their glove, and now we've got a whistle that'll stop play with 3:06. Face off outside the Baltimore line. Off the draw, Brad Shaw turning it right back in. Bannerman leaving it for Cliff Abrick. Put it on the right side. Pierre couldn't control. McLean's shot deflected toward the net, broken up by Armstrong. Pierre clears past McLean to center. Didn't know where it was. Nearly had it stolen. Now McLean taking a hit. Gave it to Martin, who plays it across the Baltimore line. Third back to center by Sagan. And Shaw dumps it back in right corner with just over 2.5 left. Now Armstrong, right circle, leading it ahead. The Jacks come out. Here's Perkins. He's got Sagan with him, shooting wide to the right. A shot by Sagan comes in front, and a shot by Armstrong, pivoting. It was steered aside with a pad of Kay Whitmore. Now the Whalers come out with Kurtko. Kurtko crossing the line, got by Julian. Right circle, closing it. What a play by Roger Kurtko. Walking right around the Skipjacks. And the Whalers have got a 6-1 lead an assist. Tommy Martin picking up the assist on that. Tommy now with 2 tonight, 17:46 the time. Whalers leading at 6-1. Gary Callahan back for the Whalers in his own zone. Less than 2 minutes to play. Callahan surrounded by white shirts. And McCrory turning, coming to center. McCrory feeding to Callahan across the line. Edging it for Grant. McCrory knocks it down. His shot blocked by Armstrong. Third to the left side. Francois Miller after it. Now plays it wide to his right. Armstrong tipping it to center. Jennings has it. One hands it back toward Grant. Grant comes across the skipjack line and they're offside with 1.
In Calgary, second period, Austria still 1, the United States 6.
All right. Now we've got a fight as we've got Greenlaw going at it with one of the skipjacks. It looks like Driscoll just inside the blue line. Driscoll backs him against the glass. He's got him in a side headlock. Greenlaw reverses. They go down. Driscoll's on top of Greenlaw just inside the skipjack blue line. And we've got only our 4th fight in this series. This one, Greenlaw and Driscoll. 18:50 will be the time. It's been a relatively fight-free or penalty-free, for that matter, hockey game. The Skipjacks in possession with 1:05 left now in the hockey game. It's banked to center by Kennedy, back into the Whalers zone. Jim Culhane playing it ahead to Brand as he turns and comes to center. Brand in over the line, right circle, wrist shot. Oh, went for the far side and just missed. Now Brad Shaw in the circle of Callahan, guns his shot. Bannerman knocks that down. Callahan puts it beside the goal. Bannerman turns and swoops it away to the right. After it, McCrory feeding the point. A shot by Culhane blocked, and he takes a shot from Armstrong that sends him reeling. Culhane will just head for the bench. 30 seconds left. Seguin had a pass intercepted, but Albrecht got it back and cleared it back inside the Whaler blue line. Now Jennings clears it back down the ice with 20 seconds left. The puck comes back into the Whaler zone. McLean after it. Couldn't control it. Now hits again. With it is Armstrong. Centering. Broken up by McCrory. There's going to be a penalty here with 7 seconds left as it's touched by Whitmore. And high sticking will be the call. They're scoreless at the end of 1. It was 4-0 at the end of 2. The Whalers have outscored the Jacks by the count of 2-1 in the third and lead it 6-1. Face off to the right of Whitmore. Jacks 0 for 1 on the power play chance. Now off the draw, the puck in the right corner, and the siren sounds ending the game. And the Whalers, with an outstanding effort here tonight, bottle up the Skipjacks and beat them by the score of 6-1.
Coming
Coming up, a